How's it going, everybody? Next up on the old Stinger project, we've got the replacement of the base stock Kia front emblem with the Stinger E from the Korean market. I just like the way it looked a little bit better, and I like confusing people when they check out the car. They can't quickly figure out exactly what it is, and they have to ask, which usually leads to the surprise on their face when you tell them it's a Kia. Because, hey, Kia Stingers are pretty slick, and they do not look like the average Kia that you know from the past. So to get the front emblem off, heat will be your friend. I used a heat gun from Harbor Freight, and just use it sparingly. Get the emblem pretty warm, and then just kind of monitor things as you're trying to work that adhesive out. Don't pry the emblem off or anything like that, because you'll be certain to screw up the paint. And the E emblem is smaller than the oval shape, so if you mar the paint or anything like that, there's a better chance it's going to show, since you're going from a larger emblem to a smaller one. I used the fishing line method on this one, where I basically just looped over a couple lines of fishing line and then kind of sawed back and forth in between applications of heat to get the adhesive kind of soft. And I carefully just kind of worked my way across. Now there's I think on this one it's got 2 or 3 posts that are going into the bumper through holes. So you can't go all the way across, so you will meet some resistance at some point. Just kind of change the angle that you're working it from, and then at some point, once you've gotten enough removed, apply some more heat, and then slowly maybe pry it up a little bit. I transitioned over to like a plastic trowel that I use for drywall work. That way it wasn't going to scuff up the paint job like a metal object would or a screwdriver. And then I started applying some pressure, trying to peel it up. Just work that line back and forth, and keep sawing at it. Slowly but surely you'll make progress, and each time you move it back and forth under the emblem, you're slowly working that adhesive away. This process did take a while and a lot of elbow grease, but go slow, take it easy, and you'll get there. The key is not to damage anything in doing it. Once you finally get it off, then the next process is to carefully remove the remaining adhesive on the bumper and get it all nice and shined up and ready for the new emblem. I used a Goo Gone, I think, and some other chemicals that I had that wouldn't damage the paint. It took a lot of elbow grease on this as well, and careful application of the chemicals, and I finally got there. At this point, I'm most of the way through, and you can see the progress, slow but steady. Again, just take your time, don't damage anything in doing it, and make sure you're using chemicals that aren't going to harm the paint. You can test it on an area that's not directly in front of the car if you're not sure, but overall, basic wax and grease removers are good to get the residue off, as well as like that Goo Gone usually works pretty good to get the adhesive off. I think I did also peel off some of my fingernail to get the bigger pieces off because it was kind of resisting it, and that helped a lot. Then once you get most of it off, or it's pretty much all off, go ahead and clean up that surface, get it all nice and shiny and ready to go, and then do some wax and grease removers to remove any adhesive or residue that's still left, or oils, and then you should be ready to apply the new emblem. Now the new emblem has 2 out of the 3 posts in the same spot as the old. The bottom one's going to be in the wrong spot, so it won't work with the configuration of your bumper. But you can easily just either grind it off or snap it off or something like that. I think I just used the grinding tool, cut it off, and then I ground it down. It looked ugly, but there's plenty of adhesive left to do the job. And if you find any of this interesting or beneficial, please like and subscribe. I've got a whole bunch of more changes that I'll be making to the Stinger, and I'll be throwing some more videos up soon. Well, I got the new Emblem on, and it's looking pretty slick. I like the subtle look of it, and it does cause people to take a second look to try to figure out what kind of car they're looking at. I believe the E stood for excellence in engineering or something like that. So yeah, they're available on Amazon and eBay, so you can find them pretty easy, but it turned out pretty good. And then here's a sneak peek at one of my next videos. I'm slowly changing the interior of this GT2 to black. I really like the red interior, so I've been working on trying to find various parts online and locally, but we're getting there. I'm debating leaving the black with the red interior, or possibly going all red. Let me know in the comments what you think, and watch for those next videos.